it's a beautiful day to do these reactions, man. Listen, like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green, give me them hypes before you hit the pipe. Listen, dog, movie theaters are closing everywhere, and here's why. Let's get into this.
Hype me up. Hype me up.
How many of you still watch movies? Because I saw this headline in the patch, and it's talking about AMC closing theaters. In the past 5 years, they've closed like 213 of them. Honestly, I've kind of lost my taste for movies and TV entertainment in general. I've moved on to podcasts or books, different hobbies. I have certain people that I follow on here. I have my art that I do, but movie watching just isn't the same.
Me neither.
I'm not crazy about all the things that are going on in Hollywood. I don't know how much that ties into this. It's also really expensive. We'll take our littlest out for something if she was really excited to see a movie, but it's usually a special occasion. They didn't list the locations that are closing down, but they listed all the locations that AMC has in New Jersey. So you've got these theaters.
See that? That's crazy.
And then this is the other half of the list. I don't know. We'd never go to opening night anyway, but even when we go like a week or so later, I've never been to a packed theater. We're usually, just a few people that are there. What's your take on it? Are you still feeding into movies? How many of you?
Yeah, I'm just like, y'all don't really watch a whole lot of movies and things of that nature, so I'm definitely not going to the show. But I done picked up hobbies and stuff. I started shooting pool. I got back into reading, all kind of stuff, spending more time with the kids and that kind of thing. So, yeah, but man, why y'all not going to the movies? That's the crazy part.
All right, y'all. I am at Colony Square, and nothing Housewives related filmed here, but I had to make a video because they're getting ready to close my favorite theater I pick in like 2 weeks. And I'm pissed because this is the only place to come see movies. So I came
in Atlanta, bro. Really? That's the only place you can go?
To see Scream 7. Yes, I love Scream.
That's wild, bro.
Guys, if you're from the South Shore, did you know they closed the Randolph movie theater? Like, they just closed it. Now you have to go to like Dedham, or you have to go to Braintree, and Braintree is always dirty. And I'm not saying that Randolph is like the cleanest. Actually, it was pretty clean most of the time. I liked they had 3 whole floors. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna miss Randolph. Randolph was really nice to go to. I wanted to feel a little bougie. Their seats were better. And now you just have to go to AMC, like, or there's one in Dedham, but like it's really annoying to park there. So is anyone else mourning that, just mourning the Cinemaplex?
See, bro, you know what's crazy, bro? The last time I went to the show, man, it wasn't even that good of an experience. Boy, they had some ignorant ass people in there, dog. I'm talking about act like they at home. And I could tell they saw the movie already, man. They was repeating the lines. And then I got to thinking, how many times you saw the movie? Or is your memory just that damn good? Crazy work, bro. That's another reason why I wouldn't be wanting to go.
Man, why would they close this movie theater? This was only here for like 2 years. This already abandoned. We can't have nothing in the city. We can't have nothing. That was just abandoned building. This shit sad. 69th Street can't have nothing. This joint was alright too. It's sad it can't keep open.
What this, Philly? That gotta be Philly, though. That boy said that, John. That is crazy, man. Going to the movies was a real big part of most of our childhood, especially if you like an 80s baby, early 90s, that kind of thing. Movies was lit back then, man, but the movie experience was cool. Now the movie experience ain't really all that, honestly. And I'm just speaking on my anecdotal experience.
The curtains are closing on a locally owned movie theater in the South Bay. Pruneyard Cinemas in Campbell is closing for good after years of financial struggles. The dine-in theater has been in business since the late 60s, but after a pandemic, a writers' strike, and also the rising costs of operation, they're left with no choice. Unfortunately, its closure also includes Cedar Room, the bar inside the theater.
This has been an incredibly difficult decision for us to make. We don't want to close. We'd prefer not to close.
I think it's a shame because it does offer a nice night out for the community here, but I think it would be a loss, no question about it.
In a statement, Pruneyard Cinemas and Cedar Room said it's been a pleasure serving their community. Doors are closing for good on January 25th.
Boy, so they gone at this point. They are gone. They up out of there.
But cinema is dying. Cinema's dying. There's a reason for that. I went to the movies to watch Zootopia 2. That's a movie I should have watched at home. That's a movie that should be called Goontopia 2. And before you start saying, Christian, you're gross, my girl said the same thing about Nick Wilde. Immediately after we left, I want Nick Wilde to get wild on me. That's crazy, and I'm not okay with that. But I have to be, because I made multiple comments about how thick Judy Hopps is. But that's okay. But cinema is dumb.
Okay, all right, we'll go with that.
I hate movie theaters. If you're going to see a movie that says it's going to start at 7 p.m., when do you think the movie's going to start? The logical answer is 7 p.m., but you're wrong! They're going to show 35 movie trailers before that starts. You might as well show up at 8, right? You're going to miss the first 30 seconds of the movie if you show up an hour after the designated start time. What the Why is this allowed? And they're showing me movie trailers for shit that's not going to come out for a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
Right, I'm watching some shit that's going to come out in 2025. What the Why are you showing me this? I go to see the FNAF movie with Brooke the other day, right? And I say, let's show up 15 minutes after the start time because they're just going to show movie trailers, right? And we're going to show up maybe 5 minutes before it starts. Boy, was I wrong. We show up 7:15 for a 7 p.m. start time. Pow. They show another 20 trailers. 20 trailers. Oh, and they tease you, too. After 5 trailers, it goes dark for a second. You're like, oh, it's about to start. Oh, it's about to start. Another green screen. But this is a following preview. And you know that there's people that are showing up 15 minutes before the designated start time. They're watching 45 minutes of movie trailers. Right? They might show the same trailer 5 times. How many new movies are coming out? Then the trailers, they end, right? And I'm happy. The lights dim and it's starting, right? I'm like, yeah, the FNAF movie. And then some dickhead in the back goes, like Freddy Fazbear. And everybody starts laughing. And I'm like, I hate
Crazy
this place.
Shit.
I almost laughed.
Yeah, dog, you got to sit through that too. Man, ain't nobody trying to do all that, bro. I know that's adding to the list of reasons why they are struggling and starting the month off in the red, most likely.
I'm just going to say it. Movie theaters should not exist anymore. At least not in the way they do right now. Do you really expect someone to sit there for 2 hours and 46 minutes to watch Dune Part 2? If we're going to keep movie theaters, I think we should fix them up a little bit to allow for the best possible experience. My first suggestion would be to make the screens vertical. It's just easier on the eyes. And then obviously we should add some kind of stimulating clip to the top of the screen to keep people locked in and increase retention. Let's also consider splitting up each movie into 7 to 800 13-second clips. This way the audience can skip a clip if they're uninterested by pressing this red button. This would also allow us to put in 7 to 800 ads in between clips. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, bro, you know, sarcasm at its finest. They're already doing this, basically. I'm guessing that's what he's getting.
You want to know why people aren't going to movie theaters anymore and why they can't get butts and seats? This on the heels of AMC just announcing they're going to start charging more for the better seats in theaters. It's not because people talk or they've got a better system at home. Those might be small reasons. The big reason is the content. Look at the movies that have come out recently. Go pull a 5-year period, any 5-year period from before 2010, and then look at the last 5 years and compare them. Look at the difference in the films. The drop-off has been huge. You want to put butts in seats, start making movies people actually want to see.
Yeah, that's crazy right there, dog. The movies are trash these days. That's why I don't watch them that much. Ain't nothing I've seen that make me be like, I'm going to go and put that on most of the time. And if I do watch a movie, it's just something random that I came across on Netflix.
When did society decide that this kind of movie theater seating isn't acceptable anymore? We started treating moviegoers like they're the rich people from Squid Game, for God's sakes. This weekend, my girlfriend surprised me with tickets to Project Hail Mary. I read the book, was really excited to see the movie, and we walked into a theater like this, and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was a theater like that. And I was like, no, this is better. I want to be sardined in there with the common folk. There's no waiters ducking in and out trying to serve $40 personal pizzas. There's a camaraderie to theaters like this that you just don't get with the luxury ones. I booed when there was an H&R Block commercial before the movie. The guy next to me booed when there was a Claude commercial. We were so locked in with each other. You just can't get that when you're feet away from each other in a luxury theater. Get your popcorn right away instead of waiting for some guy to bring it to you 45 minutes into the movie. It's like, dude, I already ate all the snacks I snuck in here. I'm not hungry anymore. And these seats are comfy. Why do people pretend like they're not? I I love a theater like this. Bring them all back, please. When did society...
Hey, bro, you made some excellent points. It's the experience that, you know, because I have been to the luxury ones or whatever, man, and they're definitely overhyped. I can honestly just deal with the old school theaters, bro.
I just took my kids to go see Zootopia 2, and it was a good movie. It was just really long. Like, why do they make kid movies 2 hours long? I don't understand that. When they say...
Wait, hold up. It cost me $150 to take 4 kids to the movies. That's why the theater industry is dying. Damn, son. What? Boy, that's like $30+ per person, bro.
That, like, the movie theater industry is dying. I know why. It's because it's
kids. It wasn't even adults.
I took me and my kids and one of their friends to the movie theaters. So it was 3 adult tickets and 2 kid tickets, $76 for 5 tickets, and 2 of them were children. We're not going to go to the movie theater and not get like popcorn and drinks and stuff, right? So we got 3 large drinks, 4 bags of candy, and a large popcorn. But the popcorn was free because apparently I had rewards or something for my birthday, which I don't understand because my birthday's in March. But whatever, I took it. You know, they said I had free birthday popcorn on there, so I took it. But 4 bags of candy and 3 large drinks was $75. $75 for a couple drinks and a couple bags of candy. The nerd clusters, $7.50. Each candy was $7.50 and each drink was over $10. So I spent $150 to go to the movies for me and 4 kids. Me and 4 kids to go to one movie was $150. This is why people wait and order movies on Amazon for $20, $25 in the comfort of their own home, because they can go buy a whole box of popcorn, watch it on their big flat screen TV, and buy the movie and watch it multiple times for $25. $150 to go to the movies.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. But the thing is this, though. Y'all DoorDash, that don't make no sense. You could just go buy the You can just go to the store and cook, or you can just order the place and go and pick it up yourself and save all that DoorDash fee. But people still do it, man. You know, ask an accountant or somebody who looks at people's finances or whatever, and he says that all the time he sees that they are spending way too much money on DoorDash and getting food delivered to them. It's like, where all your money going? It's crazy work, but you still do it. But you're complaining about overpaying for things at the movies when you can go DoorDash later. It's crazy work.
This is why the movie theater business is dying. It's because the movies either suck, they're too long, and they've done absolutely nothing to...
Etiquette is why theaters are dying. Yes, the price is definitely playing a factor into that, and streaming is far more convenient. But if you've been to the movies in the past 5 years, you would know that movie etiquette has just been thrown out the window. It is basically insufferable to go to the movies now with people texting, getting up constantly, talking, some people even taking photos with their flash going off. It has truly killed the theater going experience, and that is such a bummer because I love going to the movies, and I would be okay paying the higher price if everyone just sat in silence and enjoyed what we were all watching.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Etiquette is why theaters...
Look, I don't care what anyone says. Movie theaters dying right before our very eyes is a freaking problem, and not enough people are talking about it. All day today, I've been hearing about how movie theaters are soon going to become extinct, and the reason for it is because of what happened with the new movie Mad Max Furiosa, which just came out over this past weekend. You see, usually Memorial Day weekend begins the big summer blockbuster movie season, and the box office numbers from this Mad Max movie have been so horrible, which is why people are saying that we could end up seeing the fall of the movie theater soon. And look, a majority of people have commented that the reason why movie theaters will fail is because of the cost, that nobody can justify the price of going out to the movie theater anymore, which I think is a load of crap. Look, movie tickets themselves aren't that bad. If you pay for a regular ticket to a movie, you're looking at anything from $12 to $15. It's not a bad deal to go into a big theater with crazy loud sound and a huge screen to watch a movie. The concessions are what can really drive up the cost of going to a movie, but here's the thing, you don't have to buy them, right? And let's be fair, people have complained about movie theater concession prices well before inflation and all other sorts of economic shenanigans that have been going on lately. You want to know what's really been the movie theater? It's those streaming services. It feels like now anytime a movie hits the theaters, you have about a 1 to 2 week window to go see it before it gets put onto one of the streaming platforms. So of course, why would people choose to go out and see the movie at the theater when they could just wait a couple of weeks and just watch it from the comfort of their own home? That's one reason why I think movie theaters are failing. Another reason, and look, I really don't care who this is about to offend, but a majority of movies nowadays are nothing more than social justice woke propaganda. You can't see anything anymore without some type of political or social justice undertone that they just want everyone to be a part of. Movies used to be an escape from our political reality. We could watch movies and get away from all the division and chaos. Nowadays, you watch a movie and it feels like you're being preached to about something. They don't even make any more R-rated comedies out of fear of potentially being too offensive. So they overcorrect by making movies with these ridiculous, over-the-top social justice and, quite honestly, usually left-leaning woke ideologies that feel so forced and unnatural. And if you don't believe me, ask yourself how many times you've heard people make a comment while watching older movies like, oh man, they could never make this movie today with those types of jokes. So yeah, people are getting sick of what Hollywood is producing these days. Their only option to getting people into movie theaters now is by doing.
All right, y'all heard the people, bro. That's why they think these movie theaters are closing. But you know what else I want to do though? I want to see exactly how many are closing. I need to see trends in movie theaters closing in the last 5 years. Overall, the last 5 years, the U.S. movie theater industry has seen a sharp, uneven wave of closures, with the steepest drop coming in 2022 to 2023 and continued pressure into 2025 and 2026. Overall closure trend 2021 through 2026. Since the pandemic-driven shutdowns began in 2020, the U.S. has lost nearly 5,000 movie theater screens. That's crazy. About 12% of the pre-pandemic footprint, with many locations tied to AMC, Regal, Cineworld, Cinemark, Alamo, Draft House, and Independence. Several major chains have filed for bankruptcy or restructured, and analysts note that the recovery has lagged behind expectations, with ticket sales in 2024 still about 23% below pre-pandemic revenue levels. Punchiest years of closures. 2022 to 2023 saw the worst single-year slump in at least 30 years. About 2,600 screens closed in that 12-month stretch, on top of the 3,000 screens already gone by early 2023. In 2024, a recovery was attempted but remained fragile. 2025, when delivered another box office slump, prompting more chains to announce further closures or at least non-renewals. Yeah, man. What they saying about AMC? Big national chains have been cutting underperforming locations. Reports indicate AMC, Regal, and Cinemark each closed roughly 9 to 11% of their U.S. theaters in the 2019-2023 window. AMC has signaled that it will continue to shed about 10% of its locations coming up for the lease renewal each year going forward, with more closures flagged for 2026. Dog, that's crazy work right there. Yep, but there you go, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and don't forget to
Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.